Has a great idea ever popped into your mind out of nowhere? Whether it's a business idea, a content idea, or even some kind of realization as to how you're going to get out of a rut. And when this idea floods into your brain, it feels amazing. Everything clicks all of a sudden. It's like as if you know exactly what to do, even though you've never tried it before. The more you think about this idea, the more enlightened, excited, and hopeful you feel. You completely disregard anything that you've been working on because whatever it is that popped into your mind feels like a calling. It feels like a godsend. If you're experiencing this, it's all symptoms of something that I call the lily pad syndrome. And it is something which, in my opinion, mainly creative people suffer from. The lily pad syndrome ruins momentum, it contributes to extreme emotional ups and downs, it distorts rational and logical thinking, and it also causes you to be mediocre at everything, but very good at nothing. A lily pad is leaves that are on the surface of the water, and frogs hop from one leaf to another. So the lily pad syndrome is what I define as a pattern of behavior where one person frequently jumps from one thing to another, whether that be jobs, relationships, careers, hobbies, ideas, or even location. So the issue with the lily pad syndrome, I'm sure you're aware that it's not good to jump from one thing to another, and that's because it leads to a lack of commitment that is needed for any meaningful growth in anything that you're supposed to commit to. All right, now if you're sitting on the fence with this concept and you're wondering, like, do I actually have the lily pad syndrome? Or maybe is this all just a coincidence? I'm gonna give you some scenarios and tell me if you resonate with it. Have you ever switched locations multiple times because in your head it made sense because it was gonna fix things? Scenario number 2. Have you ever thought of a side hustle? Whether that's because someone told you, or you found out that it makes a lot of money because some YouTuber talked about it, or you just came up with a side hustle idea, and the moment you discover or come up with this idea, it floods your brain so much, you just take action within that day and work your ass off on this idea for the next couple days, and then you quit. Or you switch to another side hustle that pops up in your feed. Now, the third symptom of the lily pad syndrome is self-improvement. When you're feeling like shit, maybe you're in a rut, or you just don't feel good about yourself, you either come across a YouTube video or a sudden realization that, hold on, I need to lock in. And you jump onto a lily pad of self-improvement, and that motivates you for a little bit. It feels really good, but eventually you just fall back into feeling like crap again. And it just cycles up and down, up and down, up and down. All of these are symptoms of the lily pad syndrome, or you can call it escapism. That sounds like a very familiar term to me, but basically the lily pad syndrome in short is when you try to escape something by switching over to something, and it's very well disguised, you know, because it feels very good when you come up with an idea. It sounds amazing. You start telling your friends about it, your family members, but it's you trying to escape coated in something that seems positive. It's kind of scary. And I want to show you here why this is a massive issue. Let's just say here is time and here is emotion. If you're feeling good at any point, and let's say you've fallen off in terms of doing good and bad habits, okay, let's just try and talk about the most obvious here. Let's say you get back into smoking, or you just haven't been waking up early in the morning, and this leads to a fall in how you feel. You don't feel too good. And this tends to elongate for a very long time until something pops up. And that can be a YouTube video, a realization, your desire to just get out of this shitty state, and anything you do feels really good. You start journaling, you start meditating, and all of a sudden you feel good. But the thing is that this cycles back here because everything you're doing is just temporary for the purpose of escaping this right here. And if that doesn't resonate with you, let me talk about the career part of things. Okay, so for an example of a career, I'm going to talk about making beats, being a producer. So being a producer, all of a sudden you feel really excited because you have something to push for, and you try making money out of it. And you start to lose a little bit of motivation because you're not making money, but you're seeing other people make money. Your motivation continues to drop. You feel like shit over a period of time because nothing is working for you. And as you continue to fall and fall and fall, this is where the lily pad syndrome begins. Some opportunity somehow catches your attention, and you already feel like shit. So of course, you're going to bite onto the bait. You find out about how you can become a very successful artist just by trying faceless content. Okay, I actually have a video coming about that soon. Faceless content, it's a way that you can go viral in like 24 hours. So many artists are making $100 million a month doing it. And of course, you get back into it. But these things only are tempting and only seem to come up when you're at your low. I want you to recognize that pattern. And that's because when you're at the top, you're not really bothered about these kinds of things. When you're feeling good about something, when you're trying something, like for example, if you start a new side hustle and you're in the midst of starting it and another side hustle option comes up, you're not really going to pay too much attention to it. However, if this side hustle opportunity came up when you're feeling like this, you'd probably bite onto the bait as well. And this is just more confirmation to me personally that whenever I bite onto something, it is just me trying to escape, right? To feel good. It's not even about making the money sometimes. It's not even about getting the fame. It's just to feel good and not feel like this. When you're in these downs here and a video comes up about how you can blow up on social media with this strategy, you start to gain hope. You start to become hopeful, excited. And that alone gives you so much dopamine, which we can just say is positive emotions. It makes you feel good. Going back to this, quite often when it comes to taking the action, and I don't mean setting up a website or creating a logo or coming up with a name, all this feels good because it feels like you're doing something, but it's also super easy to do. The moment something hard happens, you don't make money for a week, or you don't get any sales, or it's hard for you to get up in the morning. The moment something difficult happens, that's when you relapse and you fall back here and the same shit happens. A hook drops and picks you back up whenever you're here. So the cycle will just keep on happening for the rest of your life. And every time we cycle from one to another, this is you hopping from one lily pad to another. And it only takes so long for you to realize like, holy shit, I just been hopping on all of these lily pads. I remember this one. I was just on this one the other day. That was my realization when I tried dropshipping for like 20 times. So what is the issue with this? Just to make you feel like crap even more. And the reason why I'm trying to make you feel like crap just a little bit is because hopefully I put you back down here. No, I'm kidding. The reason why I'm doing this is because it will make you super aware of the situation. And therefore, whenever you have a bait that comes and picks you up, you'd be like, okay, hold on. I'm aware now that this is an issue, right? But I just wanted to say, doing this over and over again makes you mediocre at 100 things because you've, developed a little bit of skill at something, but it makes you great at absolutely nothing because you quit at a certain threshold. When if you just push forward, you would have been at 100 million subscribers, right? Like I was saying earlier. But what happens is that we just keep cycling back and forth here. And the second reason why this is really bad is because you have to keep on starting from ground zero. You keep on having to start things up from the bottom. Imagine building up a building and then just burning it on fire and watching it crumble and then be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that again. And just doing it again and again and again. This is essentially what we're all doing. But here's the question. How on earth do we solve the lily pad syndrome? Awareness is the key. So just being aware by watching this video is good enough to make a massive impact on your life, I believe, and battling this issue of the lily pad syndrome. But what's important about awareness is that it helps us build rational thinking and logical thinking, because the lily pad syndrome is a complete direct correlation of a very emotional person, right? Someone who makes decisions based off emotions, because nothing about the lily pad syndrome suggests logical thinking. You're working on something, it doesn't do well, something pops up and you want to latch onto that to make yourself feel better. This is all emotional. So me realizing, and hopefully for you to realize that this is all an emotional issue, hopefully is a very big step for yourself. And hopefully a big slap on the face. Our goal should be to be as emotionally affected as little as possible when making decisions, because that's probably why we haven't been moving. When we make decisions based off on our emotions, we're just going to keep doing this over and over again, right? But once you're able to not, that's when you can exceed past, hopefully. I mean, it makes sense to me. I want to, and hopefully you'd want to as well, be able to have ideas that pop in my mind, brilliant ideas, very tempting ideas, and just be like, that's a great idea, I'm going to save it and just write it down. Not to just jump on it right away. Or even when you're in your laptop doing a task, whether that is writing a song or working on a song, and you come up with a content idea, finish the song and be like, okay, let me write this content idea down. I'll do this later. And if it gives you any level of comfort, if you're having $1 million ideas coming at you every single day, just think about it like this. I'm going to work on whatever I'm working on currently. And when I become rich, I can then touch on these ideas that I've saved for myself when that happens. And that might give you a little bit of relief, like, okay, I'm not completely disregarding these ideas, but I will come back to it when I'm rich enough to handle multiple things. Now, the final question I want you to ask every time something pops up is, this goes especially for career switching or side hustle switching, could you do whatever it is that you're about to switch to for 2 years straight? Now, if the answer is no, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm just doing this to make a bit of money now and quit later, the chances are, if that were the case, everybody would be doing it. But what's likely going to happen is that you're going to try it. It's going to seem easy at first. And after a week, you're going to meet something where it becomes very difficult to like proceed forward. And you're basically just going to quit again or switch to something else. Notice a pattern, guys. So guys, I just wanted to share this with you. It's something which I suffer from personally and I'm actively in the process of beating. All right, sounds like cancer, and it kind of is. If you've enjoyed this video and you want more private teachings for things that are more in depth, I have a private group that costs $29 a month. I'm bumping up to $40 a month on December 19th. And in this group, it's mainly for music artists and producers. I provide you with content ideas every single day. If you join today, you'll have 100 content ideas there ready for you. We also have course content, blueprints for artists to follow so you know exactly what not to do and what to do. And additionally, we also have feedback tabs where you can put in, your music or content or any questions that you have. And I, as well as everyone in the group, it's a beautiful community, will give you feedback. We also have weekly group calls. And if you want to be a part of this community and group and also coaching system, go ahead and join down below. The price is going to go up pretty soon, and I hope to see you there.